They told us she had gone mad, that Queen Marika the Eternal, ruler of the lands between, shattered the very laws of reality out of pure, blinding grief. They say that when her son, Godwin the Golden, fell, her mind fractured along with her heart. It is a tragic story. A mother broken by sorrow, plunging the world into an age of darkness. It makes her seem human, vulnerable. But that story is a lie, a carefully constructed myth designed to hide a much darker truth. Marika was not a grieving mother stumbling into madness. She was a cold, calculating mastermind who planned her own imprisonment and the death of her own children, centuries in advance. Why would a goddess set her own kingdom on fire? Why would she banish her mightiest warriors? The very people who built her empire, exactly when she needed them most? To understand this, we must look beyond the Golden Order. We must look at the blood on her hands before she ever became a god. This is not just a story about a fallen kingdom. This is the true story of Marika, the goddess who became a monster just to be free. To understand the villain, we must first see the victim. History books in the lands between start with the Tree, but Marika's story begins long before that, in a place erased from history, the Land of Shadow. She was a Numen, a shaman, a people not of warriors but of flesh and spirit. But in the Land of Shadow, to be a shaman was a curse. The rulers of that era, the Horn-Sent, did not see them as people. They saw them as raw material. The Horn-Sent believed they could create divinity by force. They captured Marika's people, whipped them, mutilated them, and stuffed them alive into great jars, merging their flesh with other beings in a grotesque attempt to build saints. Imagine the screams. Imagine watching your family, your friends, being turned into living paste for a ritual. Marika was the survivor, the one who walked out of the nightmare. But she didn't walk out unchanged. When she finally ascended to the gate of divinity and became a god, she didn't do it to bring peace. She did it to ensure that no one would ever have the power to hurt her again. Her entire Golden Order was built on trauma. With the power of the Elden Ring, she began her crusade. But a god needs an executioner, and she found hers in Huaralu, a chieftain of the Badlands, who took the name Godfrey. Together, they waged war on everything that threatened her new order. They slaughtered the fire giants to protect the Tree from burning. They crushed the dragons who ruled the skies. But there was one threat greater than them all, a rival Empyrean known as the Glowmide Queen. The Glowmide Queen wielded the power of destined death, the power to kill gods. Marika knew that as long as death existed, she was vulnerable. So she sent her shadow, Maliketh, to defeat this rival. And when he won, Marika did something unprecedented. She plucked the rune of death out of the Elden Ring. She rewrote the laws of physics so that death itself no longer existed. In Marika's world, nothing truly died. Souls returned to the Tree, reborn again and again. It seemed like paradise. But in reality, it was a stagnant cage. For an age, the Golden Order was absolute. Godfrey had defeated every enemy. The world was pacified. And it was in this moment of total victory that Marika revealed her true nature. She stripped Godfrey of his grace. She took his title, his power, and his home. She banished him and his armies to the Badlands, branding them tarnished. History calls this a punishment, but listen to her own words. Ye will be waged war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Then after thy death, I will give back what I once claimed. Return to the lands between, wage war, and brandish the Elden Ring. Do you see? She wasn't punishing them, she was hiding them, placing her strongest warriors beyond the reach of the greater will. She knew a day would come when she would need to burn everything down, and she needed an army that owed allegiance to no god at all. The final piece of the puzzle is the murder that broke the world, the Night of Black Knives. Godwin the Golden, Marika's perfect son, was slain, his soul destroyed, his body left behind as a living corpse. We are told Rani orchestrated this, and she did. But the assassins were new men, women of Marika's own bloodline. Is it possible they acted without the Queen's knowledge? Unlikely. Marika needed a catalyst, a tragedy so profound that the greater will would lose its grip on the world. But she underestimated her other half, Radagon, the loyal hound of the Golden Order. They share one body, but their wills are opposed. Marika shattered the ring to free the world. Radagon tried to repair it to preserve the order. For thousands of years, they have been locked in a silent war inside the Erdtree. One body, two gods, one prison. Marika sacrificed everything, her husband, her children, her own body. She became the villain of her own story so that we, the Tarnished, could have a choice. She didn't want to rule forever. She wanted to break the cycle. She cleared the board so you could decide the next move. Whether you burn the world to ash, abandon it to the stars, or restore the very order she despised, the choice is finally yours. Marika the Eternal was not a mad queen. She was a prisoner who handed us the key to her cell. Was it worth the cost? That is for you to decide. If you enjoyed this deep dive, leave a like. And if you want to understand the curse of her children, click here for the tragedy of Millennia. I'll see you there.